Well, yeah, like we had Ruthie there one day, and Ruthie's like, talked back. She ended up with herself, and that didn't go well. Well, that was what started.
Evening, everybody. Thanks for coming out to the Wheaty Hotel, July the 8th, 8 p.m. My name's Sal, so Bob, and I'm going to play some songs. I'm going to play a couple by myself to start with, and then going to collaborate with some other musicians who I'll introduce later. And then, of course, Atheletic Teenage Joggers are going to do their thing. We'll talk about that more later, or they'll do that later. Didn't like this song, so I didn't like it. This is the one I write. It's by Dan Byrne. He's an American songwriter. And if you have any problems, any theological problems with this song, well, that's okay. Like I said, I didn't write it. You just have to be tolerant of people with different theological attitudes in this diverse Wheaty community. It's called Jerusalem. I particularly like the second verse of this song. That's why I'm doing it. That's before it gets theologically messy. When I tell you that I love you, don't test my love. Accept my love. Don't test my love. 'Cause maybe I don't love you all that much. Don't ask what kind of music I'm gonna play here tonight. Just stay a while, hear it for yourself a while, And if you must put me in a box, make sure it's a big box with lots of windows and a door I can walk through and a nice tall chimney, so we can burn, burn, burn everything that we don't like and watch the ashes fly up to heaven, maybe all the way to India. I'd like that. All the ancient kings came to my door. They said, do you want to be an ancient king too? I said, oh yes, very much, but I think my timing's wrong. They said time is relative. Or did you misread Einstein? I said, do you really mean it? They said, what do you think we come here for? Our health or something? And everybody is waiting for the Messiah. The Jews are waiting. Christians are waiting. Also the Muslims. It's like everybody's waiting, and they've been waiting a long time. And I know how I hate to wait, like even for a bus or something, or an important phone call. So I can just imagine how very impatient everybody must be getting. So I think it's time now, time to reveal myself. I am the Messiah. I am the Messiah. Yeah, I think you heard me right. I am the Messiah. I was gonna wait till next year, maybe build up the suspense a little, make it a really big surprise. But I could not resist. And now that I've told you, I feel this great weight lifting. Dr. Kamal was right. He's my therapist. He said, get it out in the open. I spent 10 whole days in Jerusalem, sweet Jerusalem, Jerusalem. And all I ate there was olives, mountains of olives, lots and lots of olives. It was a good 10 days, 'cause I like olives and I like you too. So when I tell you that I love you, don't test my love, accept my love. Don't test my love, 'cause maybe I don't love you all that much. Some of you here tonight will understand the irony of me singing, not the irony, the contradiction of me singing about how much I love olives, because the only reason I could afford this beautiful Gibson guitar was because I make my living killing olives. Who watched the Alone Australia series on SBS? Congratulations to all the contestants, but particularly the most likeable and best contestant, Gabby, who won. But it was set, for those of you who didn't watch it, and those who did, it was set in southwestern Tasmania. And they were all very surprised that they couldn't find anything to eat. But those of you who know your Tasmanian history would have seen this coming. And the only good thing about it was that they were all alone, because there was a convict called Alexander Pearce who was in in southwestern Tasmania, Sarah Island, which is where they sent the really bad people who'd caused trouble. And he escaped with a bunch of other convicts. And they escaped with some provisions and stuff and headed off to try and get back to Hobart through the bush. And then they ate all the provisions. And then gradually they came up with a good idea that it would be better if they ate one of themselves so the others could continue, and drew lots. Well, at least this is the story that the one guy survived, said. It started with them drawing lots. And then it got a bit hairy, and as they went along, they got more nervous about being with each other, until only Alexander Pearce made it to the other side of Tasmania. Whereupon he joined a band of bushrangers and was arrested for stealing sheep. And all the bushrangers were executed because it was illegal to steal sheep. And Alexander Pearce, who confessed to eating 6 of his friends, they didn't believe him and just sent him back to where he'd come from, where he was welcomed like a rock star because he'd got back to Hobart. And he escaped again with someone else and ate him as well. Whereupon he kind of, was caught. He didn't have enough people. He didn't escape with enough people to get back that time. And they said, "Well, how could you do such a horrible thing?" Because he went and showed them the remains. He said, "Well, here's the rest of him." And he said, "Well, there's no telling what a man will do when he is hungry." And they said, "Yeah, that's all very well, but that doesn't explain the fact that you've still got fish and pork with you on this occasion. You hadn't run out of your rations." And he said, "Oh, yeah, I also prefer the taste." Not really any need to play the song now, is there? Well, my name is Alexander Pearce. And I once stole 6 pair of shoes. Got 7 long years of transportation, 1 for every pair of shoe and 1 for aggravation. And there's no telling what a man might do when he is hungry. So you go your way and I'll go mine. Or together we could spend some time, because shoe stealing is my only vice, and besides that you will find me quite nice, and there's no telling what a man might do when he is hungry. We've finished all the rations now, fish and pork. I'll carry the axe now, you just walk. And save your breath, there's no need to talk. I've also got the knife and fork, and there's no telling what a man might do when he is hungry. Whilst he's sleeping, stealth and haste, we cannot let this go to waste. And besides, I now prefer the taste. How did I become so debased? There's no telling what a man might do when he is hungry. Take me back to Hobart Town. Hear me before that wig and gown, and I'll tell you like I told you then. You would not believe I've done it again. I banquet on the flesh of men, and there's no telling what a man might do when he is hungry. Thank you. Welcome to the stage, Emma Luca on violin and Matt Kelsch on guitar pedals and guitar. The rest of my set is broken into two sections. We're going to do some more personal kind of songs to start with, and then we'll get political and socio-economic commentary later. I'm kind of like athletic teenage joggers have had to tone things down a bit to feel comfortable in the wheat sheaf. And I've had to rock things up a bit to feel comfortable playing with the athletic teenage joggers, so we're kind of meeting in the middle here. That's the way I've designed this set. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. My life's been meandering into a stagnant hole, draining away. I gotta try to find some way to regain control of my day. So from this moment on, you're gonna notice changes. 'Cause if I die this week, I don't wanna be ashamed of me. And I've been sick for a while now, that's given me some time to think about the direction my life has been moving to. And you're always well informed, you probably heard even before me. Don't pull no punches now, I want to deal in brutal honesty. So from this moment on, I'm gonna be ruthless, now I'm without roof. Not gonna be useless, and that's the truth. I'm gonna be ruthless, now I'm without roof. I'm totally ruthless. After all my plans fell through, I spent New Year's Eve all on my own, plotting. Just called on a few old friends to make sure none of them was also sitting round at home, alone like losers, plotting for a different kind of new year. Plotting for a different kind of new year. Well, we're born alone and we die alone, and in between we're just kidding ourselves. I'm not gonna do it anymore. I've given up on the tooth fairies and elves. Stopped watching television, stopped wanting for truth. I've given up on Collingwood, and most of all, I've given up on Ruth. So from this moment on, I'm gonna be ruthless, now I'm without roof. Not gonna be useless, and that's the truth. I'm gonna be ruthless, now I'm without roof. I'm totally ruthless. I've been sick for a while now, that's given me some time to think. Thank you very much. Emma Luca on violin. Emma Luca is a specialist on the violin, and this is, welcome to the stage, Elizabeth Vale on the cello, please. You start. Naked woman, what are you doing here in my bed? Have you come here to seduce me? And she said, I'm not naked, not if you look carefully. And I said, you're naked enough to count as being naked. And you're not Carolyn, 'cause Carolyn would never do something like that. And besides that, she was blonder than you are. And she said no, and you're not Dennis, 'cause Dennis would never speak to me like that. And besides that, he was darker than you are. So did you have the hots for this, Carolyn, she asked. And I said, don't speak about her like that. So she asked, was she someone you cared for? And I said, don't speak about her in cliches. And she said, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to understand. And I said, I don't think you can understand. Just don't talk about her, your words, they only defile her. You're not worthy, and you're not Carolyn, 'cause Carolyn would never do something like that. And besides that, she was blonder than you are. And she said, no, and you're not Dennis, 'cause Dennis would never speak to me like that. And besides that, he was very particular about his personal hygiene. Naked woman, how do you do? What are you doing here in my bed? Have you come here selling ice cream? Breakfast at Tiffany's, breakfast at Melanie, breakfast at Stephanie's, together. Breakfast at Timothy's, breakfast at Greg Reed's, breakfast at McDonald's, together. I had a trim. I regularly trim my beard on a 5-year cycle. I trimmed it for a friend. But it'll come back again. I was looking for a piece of paper the other day, and I I opened up my drawer and pulled out an old notebook, and I found the original lyrics to this next song.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I found a verse that I discarded, probably for good reasons.
Okay.
But I was considering reciting them before we do the song. It's kind of prophetic.
Pathetic?
It's pathetic.
Prophetic?
No. It's kind of pathetic.
Sorry.
Could be.
Go for it.
See if I can remember. Oh, it said, "Vengeance is mine, thus saith the Lord." But he asked for assistance, and I said, "My word." And the lawyer wants money, so let's burn some cash down by this bridge pylon. Please pass me a match.
Jesus. That's intense.
Anyway, I didn't include that in this song. But the other verses that you're about to hear are all part of this song. And not part of the independent poetry recital you just were graced with. I'm burning my bridges to keep myself warm. And the night will be cold when the night it is long, and the sky is forewarned and there will be a storm. And I'm burning my bridges to keep myself warm. And the senses shut down when you're in so much pain. You can experience a total eclipse of the brain, and the emptiness inside now stretches above. You know, this is the dark side of the moon of love, and I'm burning my bridges to keep myself warm. Those things I once cared for now tattered and torn. They say out of the ashes a new life is born. And I'm burning my bridges to keep myself warm. Burning bridges, burning bridges, burning bridges, burning bridges. Oh, promises made and allegiances sworn, they all count for nothing, they've all been withdrawn. And any agreement, consider it gone. 'Cause I'm burning my bridges to keep myself warm. Yes, I'm burning my bridges to keep myself warm. The girl I adored now treats me with scorn, so it's time for evolution, too late for reform. And I'm burning the bridges to keep myself warm. Burning bridges, burning bridges, burning bridges, burning bridges. I'm burning my bridges to keep myself warm. Like a convict set free, like a sinner reborn. You know, I cannot go back, I can only go on. 'Cause I burn all my bridges to keep myself warm. Just to keep myself warm. You know, sometimes people give you give you advice, and it's not really. I mean, the great thing about advice is you can take it and leave it, right? Sometimes I think they're giving you helpful, timely advice, and it's not kind of the right time, even though they might be saying something with a bit of truth in it. Like, you know, if you're totally infatuated with somebody and you've got a broken heart, and somebody says something like, "There's plenty of fish left in the sea," probably doesn't cheer you up very much. Has anyone read Moby Dick? It's very hard to. You have, yeah. It's very hard to read. No, I know you haven't, Todd, but I know the gentleman behind you has. Yeah, this next song is a partial summary of one, but there's a character in it called Captain Ahab, and he's obsessed with a white whale, which is called Moby Dick. This song isn't. Anyway, let's just leave it at that. Either you like the song or you don't. I don't have to explain it to you. I'm an artist, I don't care what you think. I could just as easily be playing at home in my bedroom. I don't need any of you here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are plenty of fish left in the sea. You wouldn't say that to Captain Ahab, so why say it to me now? 'Cause I want the white one. Her poetry I don't forget, so don't say something dismissive that you might regret now. And I want the white one. This ghost upon my premises could be my guiding angel, could be my nemesis. Now I want the white one. No other spectre shines so bright, just like the supermoon when it versus the star's light, they dim and fade. And I want the white one. plenty of fish left in the sea. You wouldn't dare say that to Ahab, so why say it to me? I never thought it would be kind of part of the national political conversation that, hey, isn't it a good thing? We're making nuclear-powered submarines in South Australia, and we need them. I don't think that's in our interest. It's probably in the interest of the people who make these kind of things. And I believe we should have a more independent foreign policy. This next song's called New American Century. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're an independent market research company, much like your independent country. We'd just like to ask you a few questions. It won't take a minute of your time. Hope it's convenient and you're comfy. How do you like your news presented? How do you like their spots removed? What did you think of the fridge magnet promotion? How could this service be improved? How do you spend your peace dividend once your fuel tanks have been filled? Where are you thinking of taking your next overseas holiday? How would you like your Arabs killed? Welcome to the new American century. Welcome to the new American century. You spend your time committing acts of terrorism and telling me you're fighting terrorism. You spend your time committing acts of genocide and telling me you're fighting terrorism. We should have closed down Pine Gap years ago. It's only now we plainly see the implications of being an occupied country with no independent foreign policy. So we bring you now an important message from the Prime Minister. Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what it can do for America. And welcome to the new American century. Welcome to the new American century. Do you hear voices in your head? Do you hear voices in your head? Do you hear voices incessant and clear? A new world order, more like some kind of psychotic disorder based on your control and fear. How many peoples must suffer subjugation once you've given them a dose of your liberation? Well, they know where you're coming from, 'cause they see where you've been plundering and blundering. And lest we forget Honduras, lest we forget Nicaragua, lest we forget El Salvador, lest we forget Guatemala, lest we forget Chile, lest we forget Vietnam, lest we forget Iraq, lest we forget Afghanistan. Welcome to the new American century. 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 Matt developed an app for this next song. It's a new part of, it's a new world. And when we're writing songs, sometimes we develop apps. Does it still do all its effects? Does it flash? This one's a Batters song.
Sorts of peoples, to just name a few, you could say the Visigoths and the Ostrogoths and the Lombards and the Vandals, and yes, a couple of centuries before this time period, even the Franks themselves were in the same situation, and the Romans cooked them using the recipe into nice, civilized states. The term cooked is the way the Chinese used to describe this process when they used to do almost the very same thing to the so-called barbarians on their borders. There's a lot of people that believe history has cycles.
2-minute noodles are in my thoughts. 2-minute noodles are in my mind. 2-minute noodles are on my trousers. That's why I've left them behind. Get me a fork. Get me a fork. The CIA has put a radio in my head. Malcolm Turnbull and Kim Kardashian are conspiring to take over the world. It's true, and there's a hidden message in every Beatles song, telling me everything. And I'll tell you all about it just as soon as you get me a fork. The CIA has put a radio in my head, and all the food around here has been poisoned except 2-minute noodles. I had another 7 packets today. I alienated the last of my friends this week. Giving too much of the game away. Get me a fork or any sharp object will do. I've got to get this radio out of my head, 'cause I can hear my thoughts. They can hear my thoughts. They're recording every single word that I think. But I'm refusing to do what they're instructing me to do. My sanity's poised on the brink. I'm telling ya. Threads. Who's on Threads? No. It's a new platform because it's good to have alternatives to Facebook out there, like Instagram or Threads. They're all owned by Facebook. When she goes to the shops, you get to hear about it on Facebook. And the information's up before the end of the shopping trip. When she gets back from the shops, she's got to have a nana nap. I know all about that, because she posted about it before she had her kip. And when she goes on a date, you get to hear about it on Facebook. The information's up by the end of the day. Apparently the night turned into one big disappointment. Apparently he didn't have much to say. When she goes out for a meal, you get to hear about it on Facebook. And the information's up even before dessert is served. When she gets into a fight, then that's all over Facebook in all its detail, and everything they got and what they deserved. And when she goes on a date, you get to read about it on Facebook. The information's up by the end of the day. Apparently the night turned into one big disappointment. He's a busy man, he didn't have time to stay. When it's a sunny day, it's on Facebook. Even before it's starting to rain. And when there's hail in the garden, you can see it on Facebook before it melts. When it's sunny again. And when she goes on a date, you get to read about it on Facebook. The information's up by the end of the day. Apparently the night turned into one big disappointment. She thought she had him on the hook, but then he got away. And these are lonely nights, my friend, my friend. These are lonely nights, my friend, my friend. Well, if you make a public spectacle of your life in any context or format, you got no right to complain if it makes people stare. So if you don't want people talking about what it looks like, maybe don't lay everything bare. And these are lonely nights, my friend, my friend. These are lonely nights, my friend, my friend, my brand new friend. These are lonely nights, my friend, my friend. These are lonely nights, my friend, my brand new friend request. Got two more songs here. This song isn't about you, if it offends you. One, two, three, four. you have gone. You say that it's forever. When someone asks how long, forever, that's very long. Forever, with no regrets. And for myself, I felt relief when you left. Relief, with no regrets. And I don't have to pretend I like your art anymore. I don't have to pretend I like your art anymore. I don't have to pretend anymore. But should you turn around, I know that I will greet you when I meet you around this town. No longer your clown, 'cause I don't wanna fight. I'll be polite and avoid labelling. But why walk the line between supporting and enabling anymore? And I don't have to pretend I like your art anymore. I don't have to pretend I like your art anymore. I don't have to pretend anymore. It's not against the law, but it's something I abhor. Why don't you learn to draw? Tell me, what's the reason for? Why don't you learn to draw? No, I'll introduce it and say, I've got a range of CDs over there displayed in like a geometrical formation for the first time ever. If anyone wants to, you know, ruin the geometrical formation, please come and see me later and take home a salsa bob, or indeed a Kelshi CD. There's a couple of Kelshi CDs in there. And this last song we're going to do is the Kelshi arrangement of this song called Muddy Waters. Up next, Atheletic Teenage Joggers. Thanks for having me on the bill, guys. Oh, they're off in the green room, I think, at the moment, doing what musicians do before they play. Emma was in the River Torrens this week. What was it like?
It was cold. It was
Cold?
refreshing.
It was cold.
Refreshing. Yeah.
And what did your colleagues say when you were in the River Torrens?
What did they say?
Yeah, what did your colleagues say to you?
So can you stay in there and get those weeds?
Yeah. But before that, when you said, she said, "Oh, it's all right, it's all right."
Yeah.
What did she?
Huh?
Remember what Natasha, when she was giving you a health warning about it?
Oh, don't get it in any orifices. And I was up to here and I said, which ones? It's a bit late for some of them, but apparently.
And then she said, "Oh, I mean your mouth." Anyway, the River Torrens is pretty clean at the moment because we had lots of rain, so it's a bit cold, but it's clean. Anyway, this isn't about anything humorous. This is about someone who voluntarily went to the River Torrens. Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I said. I might not have said it well, but involuntarily went to the River Torrens. Well, there once was two brothers with different mothers, but their father was the same. Both dodgy blokes, one was dealing in coke and the other was dealing cocaine. Well, the soft drink Bender had a girlfriend called Glenda, reckoned she was the pick of the bunch. And the other drug dealer had his own Sheila, and one day they all went out for lunch. They all went out for lunch. One sunny day, on the banks of the mighty River Torrens, in a small kiosk that is just down that way. I don't want to cast aspersions on their drinking habits, because none of them was alcoholics. But after a few drinks, their spirits rose, and it's then that they began to frolic. And the highest spirited frolicker amongst them was the biggest of the brothers, called Jen. And that's when he grabbed his brother and both of the girlfriends, and he threw them into the muddy waters of the mighty River Torrens, into the muddy waters. One sunny day, one sunny day. Well, Jim went back to his legitimate business, and next day a body was found. Lo and behold, it was that of his brother, who mysteriously had drowned. The case was hard. They called in Scotland Yard to sort out this tricky death. And though no one was caught, they wrote a real good report which said he couldn't hold his breath. He couldn't hold his breath. In the mighty River Torrens, he couldn't hold his breath. In the muddy waters of the mighty River Torrens, one sunny day. One sunny day. The moral of this story is clear for those of you who want to hear it. Just don't go frolicking down by the river with those who are in higher spirits, because accidents can happen, yeah, just like what happened here. You can rest assured they write a real good report. It will make everything clear as the muddy waters of the mighty River Torrens, clear as the muddy waters. One sunny day, 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 one sunny day. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Nonnie, too, on the sound. Always a pleasure to work with you.
Well, good evening. Thanks very much to Southside Bob. A round of applause for Bob. We'll be talking about him a bit more later in the show. But for now, we're Athletic Teenage Joggers. This is not what we usually do. We're usually electric guitars and a little bit louder than this. So we'll see how it goes. It's the first time we've tried it. Well, except for many years ago when we used to be an acoustic
It's a
band,
whole story. It's a whole thing.
That's another story. This song is called Holy Corolla.
When I feel ordinary, when it gets under my skin, when I'm surrounded by walls, that's when I go. Get out of the way, you got to move along, son, throughout the day. You got to move along, son, right around town. Find a good place to figure it out. Let it out in my holy Corolla. Let it out, put my foot down in my holy Corolla. It's only for the brave. I push the rest away. Only for the brave. Only for the brave. I push the rest away. Only for the brave. Get out the way. We got to move along, son, throughout the day. We got to move along, son, right around town. Find a good place to figure it out. Get out the way. We got to move along, son, throughout the day. We got to move along, son, right around town. Find a good place to figure it out. Figure it out. When I feel ordinary, when it gets under my skin, when I'm surrounded by walls, that's when I go. When I feel ordinary, when it gets under my skin, when I'm surrounded by walls, that's when I go. Get out of the way. Let it out in my holy Corolla. Let it out, put my foot down in my holy Corolla. Get out the way, we got to move along, son, throughout the day. We got to move along, son, right around town. Find a good place to figure it out.
Thank you. Here's a song that's not one of ours. You'll probably recognize it.
I stare a lot, but I don't give a fuck. Armchair compassionate accessory fashion. Get me a character fit to assassinate. I generalize, criticize, amplify, exemplify. One take a shot, then sell it while the barrel's hot. Lying there and rotten, thinking what do I crave? Slave to the market for the slaves. I'm just a sucker like you. I'm just a sucker like you. I'm just a sucker like you. I'm just a sucker like. 3, 2, 1. Social handouts for catching the sessions. Commercial handouts for catching concessions. I got the fear that I'm gonna get evicted with a means to an end. I contradicted. Lost my integrity just momentarily. Swear sorry ass. Whipping the vocal down, please. Drop it in the face to whisper the hysteric. That's alright, then my friend, you can fucking bury it. I'm just a sucker like you. 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 What's the sucker like you? I'm just a sucker like you. I'm just a sucker like you. I'm just a sucker like you. Yeah, we tried that one.
That was, of course, track 1 by Regurgitator. We might have been the first people to ever do that on acoustic guitars.
Let's check the internet.
Was it worth it?
That'll be up to me.
Oh, was it worth it, man?
I will not say.
Oh, okay. Tell me after.
Maybe.
So we've been doing a bit of recording this year. We've got an EP coming out later in the year, and this is the title track off said EP. It's called Indicator Species.
It's so cultivated. We say, oh my Lord. It's so captivating and quick to act when there's problems. But he hides his dark side. He locks the basement door. And in the dark, your bright eyes betray your position. It's so cultivated. We say, oh my Lord. It's so captivating, quick to act when there's problems. And I should have known that it would feel this wrong. I should embrace a chance to be alone. He's so cultivated. We say, oh my Lord. He's so captivating and quick to act when there's problems. And I should have known that it would feel this wrong. And I should embrace a chance to be alone. But that's the sadist, in my soul. And I should have known that it would feel this wrong.
Thanks again. Thanks to Noni on the sound there tonight. Awesome job. Okay. Okay.
I'm not playing too loud. I'm not playing too loud. All right. I'd just like to welcome this meeting. Thank you all for coming. I know it was hard. These we do not have any, what are they called? Aperitifs? Those little things you eat that people like, wait. Hors d'oeuvres. We have got nothing. So, that's unfortunate.
This song's called We Aren't, We Are.
someone to say maybe. But you say no, where'd you go? Waiting for someone to say maybe. Yeah. But you say no, where'd you go? Waiting for the world to stop raining. Yeah. Oh, oh, yeah.
Thank you. Taxi. Was that me? Pretty sure that was me. That was my heart. That's what it was. I'm not getting that back together anytime soon.
Is this the intro to a Blondie song?
No, it's just really depressing. That's all I got. I want to pick that back up, but thank you.
Yeah. We should totally cover
Heart of Glass. I can't do it.
I quit the band.
This song's called Mucho. No, that's it.
Find yourself a home. Find yourself a home today with lights, a working telephone, 2 kids, a wife. Find yourself out today. Find yourself a way to end your suffering. Choose a time and place that defines your while you waste your time. The communists have come to take your ride. Socialists, all they're watching on. They laugh so long, they leave you both alone. And while you waste your time, find yourself out today. Find yourself a way to end your suffering. Choose a time and place that defines your. But you cannot hide yourself. And in the wake of breakup, you cannot hide what you've heard. But these images in your brain, they will not go away. And in the wake of breakup, you cannot hide what you left behind you. You cannot hide what you left behind you. And you cannot hide yourself. Find yourself a home. Find yourself a home. yourself. Well then. Thomas is changing guitars again. It's not a good thing. Do not encourage this man.
Yeah, so we only decided to do this a few weeks ago. Southside Bob was kind enough to offer us a gig here, and we thought we might be a bit loud in our normal format, which I stand by my call.
It's not grindcore.
I mean, it's not grindcore, but it's loud. Anyway,
What do we got?
acoustic guitars.
Thomas, the set list's upside down, man.
Oh, great.
We've been playing the wrong... I've been saying all the words backwards. This is frustrating. I'm going to turn it around. No way. You've been playing those ones.
Makes heaps more sense.
Show there?
Yep.
All right, then.
You can introduce this one.
This is called Canonized. Yeah, that's all I got. You've been canonized. Didn't realize the shade I taught. You've been terrorized through the ages of saying you are. I didn't care for it then, don't care for it now. Is it end or beginning? You've been terrorized. Didn't realize the shade I taught. Nothing in your eyes. Didn't realize the sweat you are. Whatever picks you up, whatever brings you in. We all sit there searching, watching. Whatever picks you up, whatever brings you in. Doors open with oil hinges. Didn't care for it then, don't care for it now. Is it end or beginning? Are you too worn out? Didn't care for it then, don't care for it now. Is it end or beginning? Are you too worn out to let go? No, it's not enough to be well fed and adjusted. No, it's not enough to be well fed and adjusted. you up, whatever brings you in. We all sit there searching, watching. Whatever picks you up, whatever brings you in. Doors open with oil hinges. Didn't care for it then. Don't care for it now. Is it end or beginning? Are you too worn out? Didn't care for it then. Don't care for it now. Is it end or beginning? Are you too worn out to let go?
Thank you so much. We've got 2 songs left. It's gone really quickly, hasn't it? This is an older song. Most of our friends would have heard it before, but we haven't played it for a while for some reasons.
No one told me that.
Can
we talk later?
Yeah, let's talk later.
Thanks.
Totally wasn't your reasons. This song's called Busy Hands.
Starts planting audio and busy hands. Starts planting bastard heads again. To ask people questions of the wooden type, I'm told they do not like. And start throwing hazardous omens when it's sold. Another day is another day coming. It doesn't look like it. Another day is another day coming. Another day is another day coming. It doesn't look like it. Another day is another day coming. So past the drugs and this and all of that, I ain't gonna pass this way again. Ask people questions of the wooden type, so they do not like, and start throwing hazardous omens. And it's so inside now. I like cold, lecherous, and no destroy, expire, goodbye, goodbye. My son, my wife, cold, lecherous, and old, destroy, expire. Oh, you wise, stop, enjoy this time. Go out and stop. One no. You wise, stop, enjoy this time. Go out and stop. Another day is another day coming. It doesn't look like it. Another day is another day coming. Another day is another day coming. It doesn't look like it. Another day is another day coming. Another day is another day. Another day. Oh, you wise, stop, enjoy this time. Go out son, my wife, cold, lecherous, and old, destroyed, expired, cold, lecherous, and old. You wise, stop, enjoy this time, lecherous, and old. Go out in style.
Thanks very much, and thanks again for everyone coming out tonight. Little story. I had a little bingle in my car at the Bunnings car park yesterday, and it got me thinking that this might be a good catalyst for a new Sourside Bob song, which I would like to call the Bunnings car park bingle jingle. I actually wrote it myself. It goes like this. But I thought Bob would probably do a better job of it than me. Watch where you're going when you're reversing your car, because it doesn't matter whose fault it is. If you're reversing, it's your fault.
Wow.
So, true story. We used to play gigs with Bob back at the Exeter in like 2005, and as a bit of a throwback to that, we give you this. This is the greatest and best song in the world. Tribute. A long time ago, me and my brother Benson here, we used to play Tenacious D covers. We lived in the Barossa and played at the Exeter with a man called Soursop, Bob. And he said, I feel like a beer for breakfast. Won't somebody pass me a green can if you can? Won't somebody pass me a green can? I feel like a beer for breakfast. I'm a South Australian in Queensland, drinking Victorian. I feel like a beer for breakfast. Won't somebody pass me a green can if you can? Won't somebody pass me a green can? In between sets, the conversation ensued, and if my memory serves me correct, he also said,
Play the best song in the world, or I'll eat your souls.
Souls. Well, me and Benson, we looked at each other, and we said,
Okay. And we played the first thing that came to our heads. It just so happened to be the best song in the world. It was the best song in the world. Look into my eyes and it's easy to see. 1 and 1 make 2, 2 and 1 make 3. It was destiny. Once every 100,000 years or so, when the sun does shine and the moon does grow and the grass does grow.
well, needless to say, the beast was stunned. A whip crack with his whippy tail, and then the beast was done. He asked us,
Be you angels?
and we said nay, we are but men.
This is not the greatest song in the world, no. This is just a tribute. Couldn't remember the greatest song in the world, no, no. This is a tribute. Flicker, flicker,
Oh.
flicker, flicker.
Well, the peculiar thing is this, my friends. This song we sang on that fateful night, it didn't actually sound much at all like this song.
This is just a tribute. You gotta believe me, and I wish you were there. It's just a matter of opinion.
Good God, gotta love him.
So surprised to find you can't stop it. We're all apart and really apart. A rich motherfucker to fucker.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much. Thanks again to Southside Bob and to Noni and to all you guys. See you next time.
We don't have any more songs. We only play Southside Bob's.